Today is the second day after Falgun Purnima. 375 years ago, on the same day, Saint Tukaram started his journey to the eternal peace after completing 42 years of his life on earth. He has left his legacy in the form of abhangs that are sung even today in Maharashtra and also in Prarthana Samaj. I would like to point out at this juncture that out of over 800 hymns in the Prarthana Sangit book, over 300 are Tukaram's abhangs. Before the Upasana, I would like to quote from an essay on Saint Tukaram written in January 1867 by Sir Alexander Grant, who was Director of Public Instruction in the British India. He says in that essay, Tukaram's abhangs are natural expressions like chirp of birds sung in emotional impulse on different occasions by the heart in close proximity to God. It is difficult to convince people who incessantly sing Tukaram's abhangs that Christianity is a morally superior religion. It's difficult. So with that introduction, I now go to the Upasana. Today, all the three components of the Upasana will be based on Saint Tukaram's abhangs. Yato va imani bhutani jayante yena jatani jivanti yat prayantyabhisamvishanti tad vijidnyasasva tad brahma. God cannot be seen, but only can be perceived from his manifestations and actions. The above verse from Taittiriya Upanishad tells us about the nature of God, that is Brahma. The Brahma Swarup God is the one from whom all the beings, stationary and moving, non-living and living, are born, by the power of whom are all created beings sustained, and when departed from here, all created beings proceed and enter Brahma, that is God. May we desire to know him closely. May we do his upasana. May we always remember him who is benevolent and has given birth to all of us and done all the provisions for our sustenance until we complete our life on earth and enter into him. Saint Tukaram says, Kare kare nathvisi, kare kare nathvisi, कृपाळू देवासी, पोषितो जगासी, एकला तो. Why don't you remember benevolent God, who alone has made provision for sustenance of the world? Tukaram illustrates further how God has been kind to make provisions for sustenance. बाळा दुधा कोण करीते उत्पत्ती, वाढवी श्रीपती सवे दोन्ही. God does create, who does create infant and mother's milk? It is God who makes provision for growth of fetus in the womb of mother and production of milk in mother's breast simultaneously. फुटता तरुवर उष्ण काळमासी जीवन तयासी कोण घाली. With the start of the summer, after the dry winter, the trees start blooming. It is God who makes provision for watering the trees. तेणे तुझी काय नाही केली चिंता. Has God not cared for you? राहे त्या अनंता आठवुनी. Recall all the provisions that infinite God has made for you and all the world since your birth. तुका म्हणे त्याचे नाव विश्वंभर. He is the one who pervades the universe, makes provisions. His name is Vishwambar, says Tuka. त्याचे निरंतर ध्यान करी. Meditate on him always. ॐ सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तं ब्रह्म आनन्दरूपममृतं यद्विभाति शान्तं शिवमद्वैतं शुद्धम् अपापविद्धम्. Brahma Swarup God is formless, but God is adorned with many attributes through which he expresses, manifests, and acts. God is truth. God is knowledge. God is infinite. God is bliss. God is imperishable. God is peace. God is sacredness. God is inseparable from the universe, Advaita. God is purity. God is unblemished by evil. God is Achyuta. Saint Tukaram, in one of his abhans, calls God by all his attributes and praises him as protector of all. अव्यक्ता अचिन्त्या अरूपा पारा अनन्ता अक्षरा आदिमूर्ति आनन्दा अभेदा सुखकन्दा स्वानन्दा अच्युता निर्द्वन्द्वा आत्मरूपा निस्संग अमला दयाळा कोमळा आत्यंती सकळा तुची त्राता. तुका म्हणे तुझी अघटित लीळा व्यासादी सकळा नवर्णावे अव्यक्ता achintya. O unexpressed, formless, avyakta God, you are unthinkable, achintya, endless, apar, infinite, ananta, imperishable, akshara, and the original one, Adi Murti. You are bliss, ananda, store of happiness, Sukhakanda, with no discrimination, Abhed, undefeatable, Achyuta, the supreme soul, Atmarup, detached from everything created, Nisanga, yet kind, Dayalu. You are not touched by any evil, you are Amala. No one, including Vyasa, Maharshi, can understand your mode of functioning. You are the savior of all, Trata of all. Protect us. Om Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय. O Paramapita Parameshwar, lead us from untruth to truth, from dishonesty to honesty, from darkness to light, from ignorance to knowledge, from death to immortality, from perishable things or perishable state to the eternal peace, eternal bliss. O Parabrahma Parameshwar, we pray to you to show us way to achieve in our life we obtained from you and show us the way to stay on the path of truth, to show us us the means to have true happiness while we are alive in this human birth that you have given to us. Often, when we pray to God earnestly to solve the problem we are facing in our life, God arouses wisdom, reasoning, viveka buddhi in our mind and inspire us to endeavor to work in a particular way so as to reach the true solution to the problem. And that leads to true happiness. Saint Tukaram's Abhangs also show us righteous path to achieve true happiness in the real practical life that we are leading on this earth. One such Abhang goes like this. जोडोनिया धन उत्तम व्यवहारे उदास विचारे वेच करी. The person who earns by righteous means and spends by selfless thought, what will he get? उत्तमची गती तो एक पावेल, उत्तम भोगील जीव खाणी. The one who does all this will become very happy in the life and will attain the best gati in this life and beyond. पर उपकारी नेणे परनिंदा परस्त्रिया सदा बहिणी माया. The person who helps others does not speak ill of others, treats all other women as sisters and mothers. भूतदया गाई पशूंचे पाळण तान्हेल्या जीवन वना माझी. The person who is kind to all acts so as to make the thirsty gets water. शांती रूपे नव्हे कोणाचा वाईट वाढवी महत्व वडिलांचे. The person who is peaceful does not do ill to anyone. His righteous behavior brings credit to his ancestors. तुका says, तुका म्हणे हेची आश्रमाचे फळ परमपद बळ वैराग्याचे. Tuka says that this is the sweet fruit of asceticism obtained while being a householder. Asceticism is considered as the highest stage of life of the four stages, the four ashramas. The power and high status of asceticism will be obtained in the second stage, that is Grihasthashram itself, if the above mentioned righteous path is followed by a person, says Tuka. O Parameshwar, we are here praying you to help us to follow the righteous path in our life and thereby attain the real happiness and ultimately attain the union with you. Bless us, bless us, blesses. सर्वेऽपि सुखिनः सन्तु, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, न कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. भवतु सर्वमङ्गलं, भवतु सर्वमङ्गलम्, अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति, त्वमेव शरणं मम. तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष मां परमेश्वर. ओम ब्रह्म कृपा ही केवलम. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम.